Hi guys, and I want to welcome you to this amazing video editing course, okay? It's a crash course and I'm your instructor, EKD, okay? We're going to be walking you through everything you have to know concerning Premiere Pro, okay? At the end of the day, we're going to be working on raw footages and we're going to combine things, mesh things together and come up with a short film, okay? Short film. That sounds exciting, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. I'll walk you through the interface of Premiere Pro, the different tools in Premiere Pro, and at the end of the day, we're going to be creating a movie, and I want to just play it for you before time. So this is the movie.
Welcome back, Agent Frank. It's been a while.
Listen, young man, you have only 3 minutes to break access into the system. If not, the FBI will crack into our account.
Three minutes access count begins. Process initiated. Access granted. You have 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go, Agent Frank. You can quit now, and your account will still be hidden. You have just 35 seconds left. I will advise you quit. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Access granted. Files has been accessed and opened.
So that's the video we're going to be creating. That's the short film we're going to be creating. And I believe you have a lot of questions in your mind. Maybe you are just in awe, like, how did you do this? How did you do that? I don't want to bore you with talking, okay? We're going to get right into the course in few seconds. So when it has to do with getting the software Premiere Pro and getting the course files we use for this project, you want to join the WhatsApp channel, okay? When you join the WhatsApp channel, we're going to provide you with all information you need the assets, the software and everything. And if you have any other further information, we're going to be answering it there, okay? And I want to bid you to subscribe to this channel. This course is coming out for free, so at least there's something you could do to just say thanks to ATech Media, okay? So that's it. Let me get out of the way so that we can start doing something. Let's get right into it. Okay, after you've installed the software, you can open it from your taskbar or from your desktop. Opening it, you are going to find this load screen. And after it's out, you're going to find your home screen of Premiere Pro. And another thing I want to tell you about is the course file. You want to get the course file, then you have to join our WhatsApp channel. So you'll be given the procedures to getting course file. And by the way, it's free, okay? But we'll just be glad if you join the WhatsApp channel to get the details on how to join the course file. I believe there you'll be inducted into the course properly, right? So I guess some people might just want to sit on YouTube and just follow like that, but I would advise you join the WhatsApp channel so that you can be inducted properly. And if you get to ask questions and if you find anything difficult, you might just get it there straight up, okay? So that's for that. So I've told you that this part of After sorry, I'm calling it After Effects because we have also an After Effects course, Adobe After Effects course. So I think my mind has to go off that. So we have a platform where we can create a new project, right? A new project. Then we have another place where we can open an existing project. I've said that before. So we're just going to open a new project. Click on it. So one thing I will tell you is that this software is looking very sophisticated. So don't let this scare you. Just follow the things I'll be telling you. Do not try to go through another route. Just follow the things I'll be telling you, those specific things, so that it does not overwhelm you. Okay, so we have project name. So I'm just going to name it First Edit, right? First Edit. So the next thing you want to do is to choose a location. So I'll choose a location. I think I'm okay with this part. So you just choose a location in your own computer, right? So I've selected the folder. And I think we are good to go. We are good to go. So do not set any other thing. Just go like this. So when you create it, you are going to see an environment like this. Okay. It's quite plain, quite flat. There's nothing there because we've not imported anything. But in a while, I'm going to show you how to import and the rest of the stuffs. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is to understand our workspace. So I'm just going to show you around your workspace. So we have this segment. It's where you actually see what you are currently editing. If you've used an editing software before, there's always a monitor, right? A monitor where you see your edits, right? If you cut, you join it together, you add effects, there's always somewhere you want to see, just like a monitor. So this is that monitor, and it's called the program. And we have another monitor close to it, which is called the preview monitor. Okay, for instance, in a short while we're going to import something and we'll get to see it here. So you get to preview what you want to import, right? You've imported it and you want to take it to your place of editing or your point of editing, so you can just preview it here. So I'm going to show you in a short while. So we have this segment. It's the project panel. Okay, almost every software has a project panel, and this is where you import to, right? So we have another place which is the most important, actually, your timeline. So you always have a timeline in every editing software. If you've used CapCut before, you would see where you lay your audio, your videos and everything. It happens right here on the timeline, and in a short while you're going to see the magic happen there, right? So one thing I would tell you is that your window might not be like this. Especially if you're opening it for the first time, you might see a different thing than what we have here. So but you want to always refer to this part of the menu, right? Window. So we have window here, we have workspace. Do not forget this. As long as you are editing, you get used to it though. So we have different kinds of workspace. So you just choose the one you are comfortable with, but choose the one you will basically see these 4 things I've mentioned to you. Choose the workspace that you can really see them. Okay, don't choose a workspace that way you miss one of these things. Okay, because we have I did this on purpose to show you these 4 major things. In between we have the toolbar here, which we will touch later on. Okay, but you want to see these 4 things. So even if I choose another workspace, If I do not find, I'll choose essential. If I do not find, so I can still find. Okay, you see, I can't find some things again. So you don't want to choose a workspace where you will not find some things. And if you are opening the software for the first time, or maybe another time you did a work and you open it again and you are confused of where your tools are, you can just go to Windows, go to workspace, click on editing again. It will reset it. Or if you can find another workspace you'll be very comfortable with. So this is another workspace, right? And I can still find the things I was looking for. So I can choose to go with this. So we have this here. So we'll move to the next thing I want to teach you. I want to teach you how to import. That's a major session or section in this course, right? So I'm going to be teaching you how to import. So the first thing you want to do, you could take this route. You could click on import here, then click a file, locate a file, maybe on pictures or videos in your computer. You can just locate it through this section, but there's another simpler way to do it. So you can see I have videos here. I have videos I can actually import, right? I have videos I can import. I have this is a video, so I can just choose a location and import it and just click import. But this has it has a disadvantage. The first disadvantage is that it is too long. It's a long procedure. And the second disadvantage is that you might not get to import. It's not as flexible to import, right? It's not as flexible. But if you are using, some people might be confused when they see this interface, right? But there's an easier way and a more flexible way of doing this. So we have edit here. I'll just open my normal folder. Locate the file, right? So we have our, let me say, clips. Like I said, you can get the course file by joining the WhatsApp channel. So we have our course file here. So we're going to import any footage from our course file. So what I just do is I drag and drop. So is this not easier? I drag and drop it here. So I have this footage, right? So let's just recap what we discussed about the interface or the workspace. So we have this here. We've imported something, and by the way, we don't only import videos, we can import pictures or audios, because at least videos contain pictures, audios, you get. So it's not only videos we can import file extensions like MP4, MP3, JPEG, PNG, anything visual you could think of. You can actually import them into Premiere Pro. So we have this. So I want to preview it, like I said. So what you do is double click, you see the preview here, and you can take this pointer, you can move it to and fro, right? Or you can just click on this play button here, so it will be playing it for you, so you can see a particular session. And I'll tell you why this is important. Some person will say, why do I need to preview to that? I can just see it from here, but I'll tell you in a short while. So I have it here, right? I have it here. And the next thing I want to do whenever I import something is to actually start editing, right? So that will take us to the next thing you would want to do, which is creating a sequence. So basically what a sequence is the setup of your timeline, right? It contains basic things like if your video should be HD, should it be HD, should it be SD? If you're a videographer, you will understand this thing. So SD is the old pattern of video that is squared, right? It's a square pattern. And we have videos that are rectangular, which is the HD, modern HD cinema pattern, right? And we also have social media videos. They are not square totally. You've seen TikTok videos, right? So we have those kinds of videos. So your sequence will determine the shape that it takes. So the first you want to do is to go to sequence. Then we can just go to file, we can go to new, we can go to sequence. So that's the first thing you want to do when you come to Premiere Pro. So let's create our sequence. So there are different sequences here. You can do your own manual setup. You can choose a preset, but I'm just going to do something. I'm going to do something. So I'm going to choose. You can choose a particular camera if you want. You can choose a particular camera if you are editing from a particular camera, but it does not really count that much. So I'm just going to choose HD. So I'm choosing HD, and it's 1080p, which is the normal HD to choose, right? Or I can go further to choosing another kind of HD, but you can just select your camera. I think that will be more better. So I can choose this, or I can choose something else, or I can choose custom. I could choose custom. So no, I don't want that part. So let's go with custom. We could choose anything of our choice, or better still, we could choose a particular one. Right? So I'm not going to choose an ARRI camera. Let's see what we can do. So we can choose this kind of sequence. We can choose select your camera, then you press OK. Okay, and that will be done. Your sequence is created, right? So you can pick your video and add it to your timeline. So it's going to ask you a question. The reason is because I did not put a camera that I shot with, and I did that on purpose. Okay, so you can either say change sequence setting to this camera that you shot with, or you can say keep existing setting. Okay, so if I happen to set this thing to Instagram size, this software is going to tell me that, do you want to change it to the normal size, or do you want to keep that Instagram size you just set up, right? It's going to tell me. And if I say change, it's going to change it to this shot here, the camera I shot with, and the settings. If it's 1080 by 1920, it's going to set it. Okay, so that's just it. So I'm going to click on change sequence setting to that camera. Okay, I'm going to do change sequence setting, right? So it's been changed, right? You saw the change. It was more of almost squared. You saw the change, right? So I'm going to undo it again. I'm going to say sequence. So let's try to create a sequence that is file new. Let's say sequence. Let's do a custom sequence. So I can choose a custom sequence. I think Instagram is going to be opposite. Let's say 1920. No, let's say 1080 1920. Let me say, or TikTok 1080, right? 1080 is the height. Then please do not touch any other thing. 1920 20, right? So this is 9:16, 9:16, right? So we can go with this. So this will be a standard TikTok or Instagram reel video. So imagine you want to put this on an Instagram reel video size. So if we put it, it's going to ask us again. So I can say keep existing setting. So with this, I know I'm working on an Instagram video. I don't have to obey the instructions of changing the settings to the initial camera I shot with. Okay, but for this video, we want to use this camera, right? For this course, for the path we're going to go into, we'll use this camera. So if you want to do for Instagram, you are free to, maybe you are working on that project, you are free to do that, right? So the simple thing I can just do to just mimic this the setting of this camera for my sequence without going to setting the sequence, I can just drag this and drop it here. So it's going to set it automatically. I don't need to go and be setting my sequence. So I think we'll go with this. So we have our timeline here. I think you saw the magic that happened. A lot of things came alive, right? A lot of things came alive, and this is your timeline. I promised I was going to talk more about the timeline. So this is your timeline, and your timeline basically contains two categories of tracks, right? We have your video and your audio. So if you see this part here, you have the video. The V is for video. You see from this down part, we have A2, A3. So this is audio 1, audio 2, audio 3. So video 1, video 2, video 3, like that, right? So this is for your video, this is for your audio, and those are the two things that make up a video. We have a picture and an audio. Those two basic things can make up a video. So we have those two things here, and you can see we can play it. And for the records, if you want to play a clip here, you can use the space bar. Right? So we have the space bar, right? We have the space bar, and it's playing our video, and you could see that as it's playing, two things are moving. The time is increasing, and as it's increasing, this our pointer is moving, right? And that is because every single video has a specific time it lasts, right? It has a specific time it lasts for. So we have this video, is like 2 minutes video. You must have seen it here. It's a 2 minutes 30 seconds video. Okay, 2 minutes 30 seconds. And how do you know that on your monitor? It's all also here. So this first one is for hour, this one is for milliseconds, and this one is for milliseconds, right? So that's for that. And whenever you are playing a video, it will be moving, and you can pick this, you can drag and take this to wherever you want. Maybe I want to play this particular part, the end part. I can drag this to the end and play it. So that's what I can drag it to any part I want. So that's how flexible it is. And you can see the timeline. If I say, okay, I want to move to a particular point, 2 minutes, I can see the idea here that 2 minutes is around here. I can see the time signature here. I can move it to exactly 2 minutes. And there's another important thing you want to know about your timeline. Okay, you want to know how to zoom in and zoom out, and that can be done by using your plus and minus on your keyboard. So I'm using plus to zoom in, minus to zoom out, right? Or you can use your mouse if you're using a mouse to scroll in and scroll out. So I can scroll in and scroll out. So when I scroll in, the time becomes more specific, right? So I can scroll it to 2 minutes exactly. So that's how to walk through your time. So that's it basically. And there's another function here that you want to see. So I have this eye here. Please, anyone I've not showed you, do not worry about it. I'm still going to show you, but just follow through what we're doing. So we have this eye here. So if I click on this eye, you would notice that our video is no longer visible because I have disabled it, right? So if I click on it, it's going to come back. So same thing for audio. If I mute, it's not going to be sounding again, right? But if I on mute, it's going to be sounding. So it's the same thing. So that is for your timeline, and you'll notice that there's this there are these signals that are displaying here just to show that the audio is sounding, right? So you want to also know that. So if I can scroll from one point of my timeline to another using the scroll bar, and I can also move up and down using this part. So but you don't want to touch any of this. So we have our video. So some people will be surprised, we have 2 clips here. How come? So this one is the sequence. This one is the sequence because it's the first video we are putting. So this is the sequence. You get? So this is the video we imported. This is the sequence. And how would you know the sequence? It has a logo here showing a sequence, right? If you click on this, you see that this is a video. It's not a sequence. You see, right? It's a video, and it's not a sequence. So you should notice that. So this sequence, even if we put another video, is going to be inside the sequence. It's just like a folder that grouped all our clips together. Do you get? So it shows that sequence, because you can also have an Instagram sequence here. So when you have an Instagram sequence here, you're working on multiple video sizes, you can also have it here. So it's going to show you. So that's just it. So that's it for the timeline session. We're going to move to learning another special something. So we're going to move on to learning about the project panel properly. Okay, we studied about the timeline. Let's learn about the project panel properly. So the project panel, we just have a number of videos, and sometimes it can be overwhelming when you have a lot of videos. So the way I advise us to import things is by organizing it. Okay, it's best to organize. We can choose to organize here, right? So for a typical project, what you would do is just to come here. You can say new bin. A bin is like a folder. So I can say new bin. I can say for a project where you have multiple cameras, I can say camera 1, right? Camera 1. So I can copy camera 1, or I can say front camera, because in a typical production setting you have a side camera, a front camera. So all the front camera, I'm going to put it in camera 1. Do you get? And if I have another bin and it says side camera, so all the clip I'll be importing that has to do with the side camera, I'll put it inside here. So it helps to organize our project. Just imagine we are editing a movie. You are editing a movie, and you have different clips, audios and everything. You'll be very confused, but I can come here and still create another bin for audio, right? Or music. I can store my audio here, so it keeps your project panel very organized. And another thing is that I can choose to delete. I can click here, there's a delete icon here. I can delete and it's going to be out, right? And I can arrange my timeline and that way. I can use the list format, I can use the grid format. So sometimes I prefer the list format because it makes you see a lot of things at one take, right? Or at one look. So we have things here. We have our audio, so it's like a drop down. Well, we don't have anything there, that's why it's not showing. But the best thing to do, I would advise you to do, is organize it in a folder pattern. In your folder, organize it. So you can see I've organized it to different folders, images and everything. So what I can just do is to pick this folder, the main folder, pick it, or I can highlight all this, right? I can highlight from this to this, all the folder I need. This I don't need. This is the final export of the movie. I don't need it. So okay, let me just take it. I might need it. So we're going to pick it and put it here. So we don't want to rough in this part. So I'm going to Ctrl Z and take it Ctrl Z. So we no longer have anything here because I don't want to confuse you. So I want to pick everything at once, and I'm going to copy everything at once here. And you're going to see that it's loading. So import entire project. So it's going to be importing, right? It's going to be importing. It's going to be importing, right? So after clicking on those OK and everything, okay, we can overwrite. Okay, overwrite. So we have it here. We have all our clips here, so you can see that it's very organized. So there are two ways: is that you organize it here, or you organize it from your folders, your initial Windows folder. So I prefer that. So you can see that our project is organized. So this is how you organize your project file. You can zoom in and also zoom out, right? So it's a very important place to note. And mind you, there are other panels here. So in case you mistakenly click on that panel, you can still go back and find it here. This is your project panel. Don't mistake it for your media browser. Don't mistake it for your libraries. This is your project panel. Do not mistake it for any reason, because some beginners might tend to mistake it. Okay, so another thing we can do, okay, so let's import something. So we have all our footages here. Okay, so the way we organize our project file, we have different clips at different points. So just open your footage. If you are following me, I advise you should be following me. I advise that everyone should be following. So let's see cutaway. So we'll drag it here. You remember it has helped us set our sequence automatically. So there might still be some issues. It might be lagging because all the videos as the videos are still trying to render themselves, or they are still importing. Let me just say importing. So you see a count here, a load bar here that is still loading, trying to get all the files we have, because it's a huge chunk of files, right? So we have to be patient for it to finish loading. If not, your project will just be hanging. So if you import, especially if you import 4K videos, big files, you have to wait. So let's be patient and wait for it to load. All right, let's be patient and wait for it to load. So while it's loading, let me be showing you the toolbar. So this toolbar, we have our tools here. All our tools for Premiere Pro, we have it here. So the first one is the one that is always active. You can use it to move things around. Select tool. I can choose to move this here, move it here, move this here. you'll be taking note that wherever this pointer, or whenever this pointer is not at a part of that video or within that video, it will not be showing anything. And that is logical. It's very logical. I believe you understand why that is happening, because it is not on the video, because anything is pointing to would be displaying. So if it's pointing to nothing will be displaying, right? So I have it here. So we have another tool. If you click on it here, track select, you can use it to move your entire clip. Okay, use it to move your entire clip. As time goes on, you will know the significance of that tool. And that important tool I want to show you, I'll be showing you all the tools, don't worry. I'll show you another important tool, your razor tool. This is what we call editing. There are two tools that make up editing: your razor and your select tool. These two tools, in fact, if they give you a list to, you should be able to edit something. So your razor tool is also important. So how do we use our razor tool? So let's say we are watching this video, for instance, and this is the video. The video is playing, and I will have to remove. Let me remove the audio. I will mute the audio so that it does not disturb what I'm saying, right? So I'm going to mute the audio. So we have this video, and maybe this video, we do not want to display the part where he covered his camera. We do not want to display this part. So I'm just going to so while he's wanting to cover it, I'll just get to the point where he's starting to want to cover the camera. So I will zoom in. You know how to zoom in. So make sure my pointer is at that point. Then I would click on my razor, right? Then I'll click on that particular point and click it. So you see that the clips have been separated. So you see they've been separated. So I can click on this and delete. So meanwhile, you delete by pressing backspace. I can delete this also, but I'm going to bring it back, Ctrl Z. So you see that I've cut this part off, but the two videos are still joined, but I've cut this part too. I want to look at where he finished covering the camera. So this is the part I don't want to show on the video. So I'm going to cut it, the beginning and the end, and I'll press shortcut to go back to your select tool is V. It's very handy for you to use. So I've pressed V, go back to this tool, then click on it and deleted it, then join it back, right? So if I play this video, how did I join it? So when you delete the video, you'll be having this gap, right? So you can click on this gap, so there's something we call repo delete. So it deletes it and joins it to the other clip. It deletes this space, so you can see that there's a space here. So I'll just press backspace and to delete it and join it to this, so to look as though there is no cut there. So you can see that there is no part where the guy is covering his camera again. Okay, there is no part. So the same way, if you are doing a video, or you did a video, you want to cut a particular section out, maybe somebody did a mistake or something, you can cut that mistake out and delete it and just press repo delete. So that's a very important thing. That is typically editing. Cutting and joining is editing. So you can look for that place. Maybe I don't want this place, the particular portion, you get to that place. Maybe I don't want him to open his laptop. I come here, I cut, I go to where the laptop is done with the laptop. Then I go to this part, then I cut, then I delete, right? I delete. It's out of here, right? So I play. So there's no part where he's opening his laptop there. So it's something that is very handy when it comes to editing, right? So that's that tool for you. And that tool we'll find handy is the text tool. So this text tool, you can write anything you want to write on your video. So I can write here. What you just do is click on the video, click on your text tool, then click on the video. You could have laptop. You can type laptop man, right? So you click on select tool again. You can increase it from the sides, increase it, laptop man, like this, something like this. So I can put it at the center of my video and things like that. I could play it. So remember, I hope you remember what we the shortcut we used to play our videos is spacebar. Do not forget. Or you can use here also. You can use here. So that's for that. So I'm going to delete everything out. As time goes on, I'm going to be showing you other tools. Trust me. Okay, trust me on that. And okay, I think I should just show you. the shape tool. So if there's any tool you're having a drop down here, a little drop down, know that there is more to that tool. So once you right click or you click and drag, you'll see other tools under it. So it means this one there are other tools under it. There are 2 tools under it, right? So I can click on this one, I'll find other tools under it. So these are shapes that I can draw. A rectangle, I can choose to draw a rectangle here, right? And if I draw that rectangle, there is a portion here where I can use to change the color and everything. So I can click here and change the color, right? Click here, change the color, or I could go to the effect control. So typically every tool you have or any object you put on this timeline, you can edit it. Okay, and what do I mean by you can edit it? If you want to change this position of this video, right, even this video you have, this is a singular object, right, or an element in this timeline, right? So there's a way to control this video. You can control this video. You can control, let me say, the position, the scale, the opacity, the brightness. So there is a way to control it, any object at all. So it means my text, there's a way to control my text. If I want to change the color and everything, there's that one place I can go to change it. Once I click on that text, there's that one place I can go to edit the properties of that element that is on my timeline, whether it be an image, audio, anything at all. So for this one, if I click on this, on an object, maybe this graphic, and notice there should be one thing you've noticed. All right, there should be one thing you've noticed, and that should be so there should be one thing that you've noticed, right? There should be one thing that you've noticed, and that should be that this the different layers or the different tracks or the different kinds of element I bring in have a different color. You can see that videos have this kind of bluish color, then anything like graphic or text, they have like a pink color. So that was done purposely by Premiere Pro so that you don't mix things up. Okay, and you can see that the different tracks that are on your timeline can take different things. So it means I cannot put these 2 things on top of each other. If I put it, it means I'm deleting one. So just imagine we have 2 things here. You are able to see the two of them because they are on different tracks. So if I try to put this graphic on this track, it's going to delete it, and if I remove it, you won't find it again. Okay, that's why I will put things on different track. So imagine I put this on the track of this video. If I carry it and put it on this track, no, it won't work. It won't work. So that's how your timeline work. So it creates multiple tracks. So it means if I want to bring an image and put it here for you to see too, I have to put another track. Let me try it and show you. So I have an image here. So I want to drag it and drop it here, right? So if you see that it will help me create another track on top. You can see that the image is here now, right? The image is here. So that's just it. It creates multiple tracks. Even your audio. Let me say you are doing a podcast and somebody's talking and you want to put a background music under. You can use another track. I can go here to, I can go to sounds, right? And I can, let me say, background music. Let me check here, background. I can put another background music. You can see immediately I'm carrying it here. If I put it here, it would want to cover it too, but if I bring it down to another track, it will be playing under. That's how you create videos that have a different audio under. You can see. So that one is playing while this is also playing. I don't want to block your ears because let me reduce it a bit. You can see that the sound of my video is still coming out. If I mute it, hope you can hear the sound from my video. If I unmute it, you can hear the sound, right? So 2 multiple videos, and the same thing you can see put another video under it. So you can, I think Premiere Pro has up to like, can create up like 10 tracks for you. You can put 10 things on top of each other. So that's the beauty of Premiere Pro. That's the beauty of Premiere Pro. So I have these 2 things here, and I want to edit an object property. So the next thing I'm going to teach you is how to edit the property of anything you bring into your timeline, anything at all. So I bring something in. How do I change how this looks? How do I move this thing to one side? How do I change the scale? You can find it in just one portion. So how do I do it? So if I click here, let me start with the video. I click on this video and I click on this video. So what do I do next? I go to this point. I can click effect control. right? Once I click effect control, everything I can do to this video is now here. Everything. These are the number of things I can do to this video. So I can change the position. You can see this X. I can drag. So that's how it works. If I put my cursor on it, you see it shows those two drag signs. I can drag it to the left or to the right. So I'm changing the position like vertically, right? So I can change the position horizontally. Which one is vertical or horizontal again? I don't even remember again, but take it as it is. Take it as it is, please. That vertical and horizontal is kind of very confusing. Okay, this is horizontal. This is vertical. This is vertical. Yeah. I just remembered my secondary school graph. So on my college graph, rather, if you're watching from outside the country. So this is it. This is it. So I can change the position. I can change the position, right? So I can do that to a video. So what I can also do, I can rotate it. So everything I'm doing, I'm altering the property of that element. I'm altering the property of that particular object that I selected. Remember, it's this object I selected I'm working on, right? So I can do that, and I can reduce the opacity. You can see that the brightness is reducing. I could do that to it. So there are other functions, but these are the major functions you want to touch, right? So, and also let me increase it back. Take the opacity back. So we can increase the scale. You can see scale. You can increase the scale of a video or reduce it, make it very small. Make it very small. So you can see that there's a black background here, and that is the initial background. So there's nothing there. That's why it's showing black, because the video has been reduced. It has been reduced. So another way you can easily change properties too. When you click on the object, you can click here and click on motion. Okay, when you click on motion, to show you just like it is in any graphic software, or a simple way to just increase the size or rotation, right? Okay, let me see what I can do. So I can rotate it. If I put my cursor there, it's going to show the rotate icon. I can rotate it, and I can just drag it, right, and put it to its normal size. So those are the things you can do. You can change the property. So what about for a graphic? I can choose this graphic, then I can come here. Remember, the graphic is selected. The same thing, I can change the position of the graphic, right? But the major thing I want to focus on, I've taught you how to change position, is the color. So I come here, I'll find a little object here, a little menu here, shape. Okay, so I'm going to come here. If I drag it down, I'll see everything I can do to the shape. I can check this to add a stroke, right? I could uncheck this to remove it. Then I could double click here if I want to change the color. Double click, then I'm going to change the color, the normal color wheel, okay, or color picker. So I can change this color to green, like that. I can add a shadow, choose to add a shadow. So all this part I can choose to add properties to my shadow, increase. I believe you can see the shadow. I can see a red shadow, so you can see the shadow, right? So, but that is what you can do to adjusting the property of an element. So, but I'm going to take it back, because we are not going to do all that in this video. We're doing a very serious video. So, but you can do all that if you like. You can just play with it. Okay. So I'm highlighting this too. You see the way I highlight? I just click and I drag. Click and I drag. Highlight, then I delete. Right? I delete. So I can highlight all this at once. If I click on one, it will not be as effective. So I can, if I want to delete all, I can highlight and delete. Right? So that's it for effects control. Okay. So back to the source monitor. So there was something I wanted to show you on the source monitor. Okay, so I was going to teach you that. So we have our project file. So let's take a clip. So we'll take a clip, we'll put it on our monitor. Remember, I left effect control. You have to know how to navigate these menus. If you are in effect control, you can't put a video here, it will refuse to display. So you can go back to source, that's your preview. You can put it here. When you drag it, it will work, right? So I can preview it. So sometimes I want to take a particular part. Maybe I want to take where I picked this. Let me play this video. So it picked this. Let me see. So I'll take a particular portion of the video. I can cut, I can take it to where the starting of where I want. I can click here, mark in, then I can go to where I want. I can click a particular portion, mark out. So it takes only this portion I want, right? Maybe I want this angle. I want just this angle. So I can mark in, I've marked in, then I can mark out this angle. So it takes only that small portion. So that small portion, I can just take that small portion and put it here. You can see that the video is very small compared to what we have here. We have like a 5 minutes video here, but here it's been shrinked, right? So it's because it's only that part I want. And meanwhile, that's not the only part in this video, right? It's not the only part. You can see that there are other parts. So, but I want that part. So I can either do that, or if I want just the clip, I don't want the sound, I can drag. You can see here, drag video only. So I drag only video. It will not take the audio. You can see that there's no audio here. And that thing, I'm Ctrl Z. I'm using Ctrl Z rather. So I can take only the audio, drag it here. Don't go and make the mistake of dragging an audio and trying to put it on the track of a video. It will not work. The track of an audio can only take an audio, right? That's why I see that it's not working here. It's showing that cancel sign. But if I put it here, it's going to work. So I can take only an audio, because there is an audio, but there's no visual because I picked only an audio. So that's one thing about the source monitor. You're going to use that a lot, so you want to put that in your notes. So with that being said, we are going to start to edit, right? Let's do our first edit. Okay, let's do our first edit. So make sure you keep your things organized, right? Keep them organized. So let's work with our script. So if you look at your project file, you are going to find a script there. Let me get the script. Okay, so let's get the script. Okay, you'll find it in your text, right? Okay, so this is the script. So every video you are going to be editing, or most video you are going to be editing, you're going to be having a script, except you are just doing it from maybe you are just doing a freestyle. Okay, but every video you do, you should have an order. So you are going to follow this order to edit a particular video. We start editing the movie, the short film, right? So I'm going to be looking at it. So I'm sure you've watched the movie, you saw how it went, and we are going to follow that same pattern to edit this. And meanwhile, some people might be wondering, these your clips are not the clips I saw on the video. Okay, that's another thing for me to explain. Okay, so the camera, there are different different profiles camera shoot with. I believe video editors will understand this, or videographers will understand this. Your camera shoots in different profile, and this particular time I shoot with a particular profile that is not too bright. Imagine using your iPhone. You can choose different filters to use. So this was the filter I used to shoot this video, because I want to do something with it, which is going to be at the end of this video. So you can shoot a video, right, that is 100%, that has 100% color. Because some people are looking at this video and saying no color. I've seen on the video there's no color. Meanwhile, the final one has color. We are going to add color to it. I did that on purpose, so that at the end of this video, you're going to learn how to do a little bit of color grading, right? So I shot with a particular profile, that's log profile. So you can do a little research on that. Log profile is like a flat profile. There's no color on your camera, so that you can color grade it on Premiere Pro. Okay, so we'll be treating that later. So don't mind the videos that are less saturated. So let's have our clips. Okay. So you can see the clips, all of them are less saturated. That was why we shot it. So we have this. So let's start out by shooting. So one thing you see, by editing rather. So one thing you see that we've grouped all the clips we need. Okay, we've grouped all the clips we need. So if we go to the script, for instance, we have man. The man comes up, he removes his seat, he sits down, then wraps it does. Let me just try to narrate the story for you. It's just a man that has not been into hacking for long, because he stopped it maybe his wife died or something, but I didn't see that in the script. I wrote the script for that, I didn't put that. So just imagine why his wife died and it was only his daughter that was left. So maybe when his wife died, he promised his wife that he's not going to act again. Then his child was kidnapped. Then he comes into his hacking room. He removes the chair, he sits down, and he looks at a frame, looks at his daughter's frame. No, before then he opens the system, and the system makes us know that he's not been there for long. Says welcome back and things like that. I believe you must have watched. If you've not watched the video, you can go back and watch the entire video. Okay, so you see what I'm talking about. So he comes and he looks at his daughter's frame, and from there the man calls him. That's the Anonymous, which is like, let me say, the villain in this movie, calls him and tells him that, okay, I need you to do so and so and so. Then he tries to say, I'm not going to do it. Then the guy tells him, I'm with your daughter. He already knows that. He already was aware that his daughter has been kidnapped. So that was what forced him to come and do it. Okay, so he did everything. He started coding. I started finding some difficult. And at the point he saw his daughter in his imagination, then his daughter just gave him a thumbs up, and he gained some more energy, and he coded everything. And at the end, he hacked into the system that they wanted him to hack into by force. Okay, I'm trying to do a narrative so that we know what we're editing, right? So from there, he texts the guy back and say, okay, let's do it. He texts the guy back and he asks the guy, okay, where's my daughter? The guy says, I have another gig for you. So meaning, if you don't do this next one, I'm not giving you your daughter. So it's just like the guy tricked him. Okay, so that was where the movie ended. So that's what we are doing. So we are following the script basically. So man removes, the first thing is that this is not a standard script, so it's just something for us to follow, an order for us to follow. So that disclaimer should be there for somebody to say, EKD, don't know how to write script. I know, I just did it like this so that the beginner can just follow. Okay, so we have a movie title, and don't be afraid, we are going to get it. Forget how sophisticated that thing is. It's very simple when you're done with this course. Okay, so we have the first clip, man removes sit and sit and sit, right? So let's look for a clip where the man removes his seat and sits down. So we can have some clues. We can have some clues, right? So let's scroll. So I think that scene came up with an up shot, right? That's the ceiling shot. So let's start with the ceiling shot. If I click on the ceiling shot, I think I'm going to see where the man stepped in. So find the man walking in. So you don't want to start from a part that the camera is shaky. So I'm going to start from a part that the camera is not shaky. So it's going to enter. And for the record, you are going to see a lot of places where there are some mistakes. And I kept it on purpose so that you see the mistakes. You know how to edit mistakes out. Okay, so I'm going to play it. To be fast, sometimes I can move it to see if that is the shot I need. You see that it's retaking it again. If you play it, you see that it's trying to retake it. Right? So he retook it again. So I'm looking for the final take. So I can, just to be fast, I can forward the video. So I think this was the final take. Okay, so let's take it from here. So the shear was there. So we can mark in this place. We can go. He sits down. So it sits down. So that's the first part we need. We don't need more than that. So I've cut it. So I'm going to bring just the clip. We do not need the audio in any way. We do not need the audio, right? So we have this man. He sits down. So this is our first clip, right? So we have our first edit. So what is the next thing to do? We have, he unwraps his laptop and puts it on, right? So let's go to his laptop part. Okay, I think that should still be the option. So let's go to the part where he unwraps his laptop. Okay. Okay, let's unwrap his laptop. Okay, I think when he came inside, the first thing he did was to put on the lamp. Okay, he put on the lamp. So I'm just going to put this video so that I don't get, so that we see visuals, right? Let's get to see visuals. So I'm going to put the final export. I'll put it on the timeline so we see what we are doing, right? So it makes us to be fast. So we have this thing. The man sits down, then he take off, he puts on the lantern, right? He puts on the lantern. So we have this, it comes. So we are just going to shorten this part. So I'm just going to tell you something, how to shorten. So if I want to shorten, let me say the beginning of this clip, like this part is unnecessary because it took a lot of time. So I'm going to place my cursor at the end of the clip. So I'm going to shorten it like this. I can play it at the end or the beginning. I'm going to shorten. It's going to allow me to shorten it. So you want to take note of that particular skill. Okay. So I have it here. I'm going to move it here. Then we have this. So the man sits down. Sit down. So the next thing he does, I can shorten this also. I just need where he sits down. That's the only part I need. Sits down. Then another thing, he puts on the lamp, right? So what shot is there? Like I said, there are different shots. There are different shots. So you can see that it was not the ceiling shot. It was a side shot, right? So let's go and look for that side shot. Let's look for that side shot. So one thing you can do to see things well, I'm going to change it to your grid format. So let me check footage so that I can be scrolling and can see things at once. So let's check this. You can be scrolling over your video to quickly see a particular. So I think I can see something here. Okay, so let's take it. Let's take it. Oh, no, I think this one is zoomed in. Let's take the other part. Let's take the other part. So I'm still looking for. So I think it will be side shot. Okay, walking in, side shot. So we have this walking in side shot. So he walks in, then he puts on the lamp. I think this is the particular part. So you look for that clip. You scroll through where you can find it. So I think I can find it here. So he sits down. So I want to enable. If you are a movie editor, you would understand this. But as beginners, I want to explain this to you. So the person is sitting down. So from this part is already sitting down and is looking forward. So you want to continue it from where he's sitting down and also looking forward. So I'm going to take it backwards. So here is looking forward. So I can mark here, mark, and take here. Right? I can take here. So I don't want to take the part where the camera is shaky. So I end it here. Right? So I can click here and put it. Drag this file and put it here. So I'm going to be putting it at the upper part. Or let's put it straight. First of all, let's put it straight. So you can see. So let's see what we've done. We play it. It comes here. You can see. You will see that seamlessness that we have. Right? So he's sitting down and is on in his lantern. You can see that he's looking as if it's the same camera, but it's not the same camera now because we have edited this part and made it seamless. Right? So we have this part. So where is the other part we need? So I'm looking at the video. He puts on the lantern. So there's a close shot of the lantern. There's a close shot. So when he wanted to on this lantern, another shot replaced that. Right? So let's have another shot replace it. So what do we do? I think we saw that close shot just now. So this is the close shot of the lantern. You find it in cutaways. Check the video clip for cutaways. So you find this here. So let's double click. I hope now you can see the effect of this view. So we can take this particular part. So here is it. I can take it and put it on the lamp, right? So this is the part we need. You can see what happened here. He put on the lamp and it went back to the wider shot, right? So we have this. So this particular point, his hand is almost getting to the lantern, and we have this particular point, his hand is getting to the lantern. So we can pick this point, take it and put it here, exactly here, right? Imagine, and take note that we are not using it to cover this one because we don't even know if we are right yet. So we just did an estimation. So let's play it for us to know if we are right. So I'm going to play it from the beginning. So we have this man coming into the scene, removing his chair and sits down, looks at the side on his lamp. So you can see it's just as if it's the same video. But if you look at it well, you want to make it perfect, look at the distance from his hand to the lamp. I think it was very close here. So here, just as if his hand went far from the lamp again. So we can close this part to make it very close. Then we can drag here, shorten it, then shift it backwards. Okay, right? You can see that it's more realistic now. So you leave it like that. Once the lamp is on, remember the shot goes off. Then it goes back to this normal shot. Right? So let's see our video. Remember the shot. Sit down, look at the lamp, ons the lamp, it stays on this shot, then moves to where he unwraps his laptop. Right? That's it. He unwraps his laptop. Right? Unwraps his laptop. So unwraps his laptop. So what we can do is on. Right? We can end it here. We can end it here. Right? We can end it here. So what's the next scene? What's the next scene? The next scene is, forget about the sophisticated thing we added there, this kind of glitch. The glitch we added here. We're going to do it much later. We'll do it much later. Okay? We won't do it much later. So we have this lamp here, and that is it. So the next thing is was that he unwrapped his laptop. And that unwrapping, you could use the clip to get the particular shot, right? That unwrapping is a ceiling shot. So let's go to all our ceiling shots. Here's the way we can find our ceiling shot. So I believe it is right here. So up shot, we can find it here. So let's look for the part where he removed the pack from his PC. So we have this here. He puts on his lamp. So you can take off this. And another thing I want to tell you, you can stylishly do yours. You don't have to follow what we are doing. So take this off. Right? So it does the shot, closes it, and we can bring it here. So that's the shot where we'll have him dusting his laptop. So I want you to, let's keep all our major shots at the bottom, all our cutaways, we put it at the top. Okay? And you can call that B-rolls. They call it B-rolls. So what is B-roll? B-roll is the secondary shots you add to your clip. So this is the primary shot. Primary shots are all straightforward. So you get, so if you put anything in the other track, you can call it a B-roll. You could call it a B-roll. You could call it a B-roll. Okay, so we have this here. So let's try to play our video again. Please don't confuse this video for our main video. That's why I didn't want to put it on timeline. So we have a man sitting here. Right? So you can see I don't want all these delays. I want just this part, it took it off. I don't want all these delays. I just want this part, it took it off. So I'm going to put it, if you watch the original clip, you see that that's the same thing that was done. So on this light, takes it off. No need for all those extra delays. Dust his laptop. Right? Let's see. Dust his laptop. Dust his laptop. Right? So looks at this laptop, then dusts it. So let's do this continuity. Dust his laptop. Right? So we have this. So who noticed we have another clip that we have to add? These eyes. So there was a way I arranged this clip. So I have all the eyes shot. They are in one video. So I can look at this place. First of all, let me look at the eyes I saw here. So look at the way his eyes was. So we can find something from all this eye shot that looks like this. So I can put this here. Let's scroll and find something that looks like this. Right? I think we can use something like this. Okay, we can use this. So let's cut this part. Let's use here. Right? We can use here. Okay, I think we have a part. So we can use here. So he opens his laptop, sits down on the lamp, opens his laptop, then he looks at it before he does the laptop. So after he opens it, he looks at it. You can put it like this. He opens it, looks at it, does the laptop, right? So, and that's what I want to tell you, please take your audio along. From henceforth, I think we'll be needing the audios, right? Especially for the initial video, we'll be needing the audios. So take your audios along. So let's find this shot. I think let's find the up shot. This was the last video we took, right? So let me take the audio. So to take the audio and the video, you just click here, click on the video and drag it in, right? So let's take the audio and the video. Okay, so we have the audios. So we can use it like that. So even at the background, you can hear my voice at the background because I was busy shooting the upshot and trying to let our actor know what to do, right? So we would remove all those audio of my voice sounding, but we're just going to do the first cut roughly, right? So he looks at his laptop, then he removes it off. So you can see this is where we want him to take this thing off pretty much once. We don't want any delay, right? So we don't want any delay. So he on the bulb, looks at his laptop, then take it. What's the order again? Okay, he removes the wrap first, then he looks at the laptop, right? So I think that is the order. That's the order. So if you are confused about anything, you can check our video. Removes his laptop, okay, removes the wrap, looks at the laptop, then he does it. Remove the wrap, okay, then looks at the laptop, right, then does it, right. So we are not going to allow him open it here. So we have our clips. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to allow you arrange your clip. That's going to be a level of like discipline. I'm going to allow you, we'll arrange it to a level, right? So let me have you arrange your clip the way we are arranging it. What is our rough clip? So you follow the original video and arrange your clip the way we are arranging it, right? So we have him dusting this. So the next thing we can do is check what's the next. What is next? He does it, then he opens the laptop. You can see the shot. Opens his laptop. So he opens the laptop, it goes back to his face, right? So let's try it. Opens the laptop. So I think we have his back shot here. Let's see if we'll find where the laptop was opened here. I think certainly we're going to find it here, right? We'll find it here. It's not here. So let's see side shot. Okay, let's see cutaways. Okay, so we are going to patiently find that part where you open the laptop. I think that should be in the side shot. Okay, let's check here. So you have to go through this routine as a video editor. You have to know how to search for clips. So I did all this on purpose. So that I can get to sort for things. So I think I found it. So it's in your cutaways. So let's find where you open the laptop. So we have here, from here we have it. So it doesn't really have to be exactly like my video. It has to be exactly like the routine, please. But sometimes you can creatively do something stylishly. Okay, so we didn't waste any time. It just opens the laptop, then that's it. There's no need to waste any time on that cut. So I put it here next to it. So I'm just going to be going ahead. We have our laptop, he opens it. So let's start it from somewhere where it's already furthering the process. We don't need to start it from where he's trying to get it on the laptop to open it. That makes the movie more interesting. Okay, so I think we even need to cut some more part out. So let's start it from here. Start it from here. So I hope you see what we're doing, right? Yes, I think this is okay. So after that, I think his eyes, we need his eye shot again. We can put this, we are repeating that eye shot we used the first time. So we can put this here, right? So he does his laptop, opens it, looks at it again. Then what is the next thing? So look at our movie. So you just keep arranging it the way. So anywhere you have sound, please copy both the sound and the clip, drag it and put it on the timeline. So it comes, maybe it covers his camera. So I think we can get it from here. Let's find that part where it covers his camera. I think it will still be in here. Cutaways. We saw this thing in cutaways just now. So we saw this thing here. So it will still be here. So we have this part. So I'm going to take it from here. Covers his camera. Right. So I'm going to take it from somewhere here. Covers his camera. Right. We just want to establish that fact that he covered his camera. So to show his skill as an actor. So we have this covered. So it took too much time. So I'm going to take it from here. We don't need to waste time in our edit. So I have this. So far the message has been sent, or the message has been delivered, that this guy is covering his camera. And you can see that it's delivered. You already saw that this guy don't cover in the pidgin English. In pidgin English, this guy don't cover his in camera. He don't cover in camera, right? So that message has been delivered already. Let's open this PC, cover this camera. That's all we need. So you follow this same procedure and you arrange your clips, right? Arrange your clip. So after I tapes it, then another closer shot. So let's find this close shot. After that closer shot, then the laptop loads. Then he looks at his daughter's art, right? So we keep arranging. So this is how you keep building. So I'll just advise you to keep building. And for me, I'm just going to fast forward it just so I can arrange my own clips. So you are seeing the format live, right? So you're just going to follow the same format to arrange your clip. Okay. So you just keep arranging your clip. You just clip. So it sees that, then it goes to what did you see there? A closer look, right? So let's just edit. You close this camera, then we'll have a closer look. Like I said, it doesn't have to be exactly like what I'm doing. You can be creative with your shots, right? There are a lot of eye shots to use here. So I can look for something. It might not be exactly right. So I can do this. I'm picking only the audio. Let me pick the video. So I can put this next to this, and we have this. We're having this camera looks at it, right? So we have this. Then another shot we need is him looking at his daughter. So we have this particular shot here, daughter's art on wall. So we can use this. Is there another? No. Let's see if we can get this shot. So this is the clip we're looking for. We can pick it and put it, right? And pick it at this point. You pick both the audio and visual, right? Right, it rests its back, so we can start it from here. So don't forget to keep everything continuing. There's a way some people will edit it will not even continue. You can see that here is looking forward and it's already looking upward here. So we can, to create that continuity, it has to be looking downward, right? Because his eyes here is like downward. So we can do it like this here. I think it's correct now. It looks at his daughter's pic on the wall, and immediately I think his phone rings. His phone rings. His phone rings, right? His phone rings, right? So we have the doctor's clip here. Then the next thing we want to do is I think his phone then rings. I think this should be from this shot, right? Just check the receives call. So from here he's still looking at his daughter, right? So we'll take a little part where he's still looking at his daughter. We put it here. His eyes. So we can put this one. We can put this shot, right? Then we can put this shot. We can repeat this shot. So it looks as if, I hope you are following the way we are organizing our edit. We are allowing continuity, right? So it looks at the picture, it shows as if he's still looking at it. Then his phone rings. So let me take this from here. So let's see. So I'm going to the same clip, but I'm going to take it from here because I don't want the same clip, right? So I want the part where he's turning to his phone to not delay. So it turns his phone. It turns to his phone. His phone just rings. Then we need disappointment, right? So I hope you are looking at. So we have this clip. He looks at his phone, right? So he has this disappointing look that the villain is calling again, right? So I don't know if that is the best shot, but I think this is not bad. So let's take this because of the angle is looking at. See the angle is looking at, right? So we can take this. So you can see the angle is looking at here. He's looking not straight to his laptop but down. That's how I had to change that clip. So we can use here. So his editing is something that you continue to look at it. So we have this. So we can even shorten this to show. Let's take it from here. Let's take it from here. Right? So we take it from here. Then we move to the part that he receives the call. Right? He receives the call. So we'll go to receiving call. Like I said, all the videos that have been organized. Don't be sad if you are doing it for the first time. You are taking a lot of time. You are pausing and replaying. That is normal. That was where I learned to. Okay. Sometimes it might take you a long time to take this course. Maybe a month, because you are trying to get things right. Sometimes you might even pause the video and go back and practice with another video entirely. It is allowed. You get. Then you come back again and continue this one. It is allowed so that your understanding will be firm. It is very much allowed. So I'm going back to this video because I want him to take the call now. I want him to take the call. So he looks at it. So from here, it takes the call, right? So he's listening to the boss, listening to him, and the boss tells him this and this and this and this and that, and he's sad. And he tells him, you are going to do this and this and this and this. If not, this and this and this and this. You get? So we have all that. Then we can take it here, right? So we have this clip. Looks at his phone, picks it. Boss talks to him, tell him so and so and so and so and so and so. So I don't know the exact time that this is going to last, but I'm just going to cut it short first. Okay. So we have this shot. Then another shot is him telling the boss and typing. Is him typing again? So let's get him typing. So he looks at his daughter again. So let's say he types. He types, looks at his daughter again. Then the boss replies him and tells him that he has to do it. Then he takes up the challenge. Can you see the drill? I hope you can notice the drill. So if you put this like this, the cut will be too sharp. So we have to intercept. It. You get? So from time to time, I have already watched the video several times, so I already have it in my memory. But for you, you have to look at the video to understand. Like I said, everything might not be 100%. In fact, what we're doing now might be better than what we have in the video, because it might save a lot of time, because we are going straight to the point, right? So he looks at it, he bends down, he receives the call. So there is this close eye shot. That should end the call, right? Where he was texting the boss back that this I promised this girl's mother that I'm going to do this again, right? So there's this place that intercepts. So we have this here. So let's just, typically we are just lifting from the visuals we have here. We're lifting it and trying to recreate the same thing here. So it's something that's very easy. So you just keep doing yours. Fast forward, I will come back, but you just keep doing yours, right? You just keep doing yours. Okay, so we have this. So let's look for a close shot. Remember where we'll find all our eye shots, right? So we have this eye shot here. We can use it. So I want something that is very clean, that is almost clean, right? So let's use this as a break, right? He types to his boss, right? So it's not bad, it's good to go. He looks at his daughter's picture again. He turns back to his system. The guy tells him, you have to do it, right? So from there, it tells the guy, after he focuses back, he presses this button that starts initiates the whole project, right? So we can get that button. So let's just start doing some. Let's start arranging further. So from time to time, look at your clip and keep arranging it till you get it, because all the shots are here. So we have this, looking at the man. So from here, it types. Okay, so I'm just going to be using a system. So I'm going to be shortening the video so that we'll know where we've done before. So this part, it presses a button and it goes back to the edge shot and back to. So from here, looks at the daughter. After he agrees, he presses a button. Say, don't hammer, I'll begin immediately, right? So press a button. So we're going to find that button. Let's see, it's cutaways. cutaways. So let's find the button that is pressed. So this is the button that is pressed. So I'm going to take it, press it, move it. Let's have this. Right, so we get the button. Right, so we are getting it, getting there. So we'll have this shot. We have an eye shot before we go back to this shot. Right, so we have this shot, have an eye shot. So we can since we are going to be using this eye shot, we can just copy it. And how do you copy? You click on the particular clip, you hold Alt. Okay, if you're using a Mac, you hold Option, then you take it to where you want to take it. I take it here. So you can see that it's turned to 2 clips, right? So I have it here, I still have it here, right? So we have this. So we have this clip away first. We have this clip, right? So we can decide to put all our cutaways at the top. Let's put them at the top in case we are looking for them again. Let's put all our normal clip here, then put all our cutaways at the top in case we are looking for them again. So we have this cutaway, we have this eye visual, cutaway, eye visual, straight guy from the front typing. Forget about all this green effect. Okay, it types, then it looks at it, right? So cut away, then we have our straight guy, right? So this is our straight guy. If you look at it, this is our guy typing. So it's still the same clip that is here. So we can just extend it, right? Extend it. So we have our guy pressing. Can extend it. Let me delete this part so that it does not delete that part so it does not confuse you. So we'll have him typing, then he looks at it. After he looks at it, was that where this thing ended? Let's see. That was where it ended. Looks at it. Yeah. Then he moves to collecting an object, a flash drive. Then he looks at it. Right? Collects a flash drive, looks at it, puts it on the system. Right? Collects a flash drive. So let's just finish that part. Therefore, let's look for where it collected his flash drive. So I think that would be from. Another thing I want to tell you is that you can search here. I can just say flash drive, right? I'll find that exact clip. So I'm going to add that clip here, right? So it picks his flash drive, looks at it, then that's the clip. So that's basically that clip. So what else is there? So we've passed here, looked at it, then it plugs it in, right? So we have to look for one of the shots, and I think that's an up shot. So we'll just go to the up shot, then we'll find where it plugged a flash drive in, right? So I think this part can cut here off. It plugs the flash drive in, right? So we'll have this. So we can bring it here and add it to this. So takes it, plugs it in, can shorten this, plug this in. Then what's the next part? I think another back shot, a back shot of him typing. So I think we have all the back shots here. Let's look for back shots so we don't waste time. So we have a back shot here. So we have right side shot, we have another side, which is the back. So I think we need a shot like this. So we have him typing, right? Okay, I want the text to be clearer. Okay, so let's use this, right? So we can use this. So remember, all the less straightforward shots will be at the top, all the additional shots. So we have this. So you can see the way we are doing continuity. It's typing there, it's typing here, so that it can flow, right? So I think we have another eye shot. I was looking at it. So sometimes you might not find these clips very organized. If you are using maybe you took a work from a videographer, or you are a videographer yourself, all these clips they might not be that organized. You get, so you have to look for them. That's why I'm having you go through this rigorous process, so that when you have a real life project, or you want to have a clip, you would know how to organize it, right? So from there, okay, I think we have, after it's done typing, we have the eye shot, then we'll have the typing again. So in such scenario where we have something multiple times, you get, we have typing again. So we can just, because the main thing there is just to show that it's typing, right? We can extend this. Then when we extend it, we can put in between his eyes. We can put his eyes in between. So we'll go to the eye. So that eye is very tensed. The very tensed one. The very, very tensed eye. So we can take this. We can take this and put it. So we can put it in between. So it's typing. It's looking at what it's typing. You get, so that falls in place, right? So we can move here. Then we'll go to, that's his eyes. It's typing again. Type eyes. Then there's another shot of him typing. Right? So we can just mix it. We can come here, then put another shot of him typing, right? We can search for side shots. Then we'll move, put another. No. Cut away. Right? Cut away. So we can take another shot of him typing. No, I don't think it's in cutaways. It's in cutaways. I don't think it's in cutaways. So let's close this. Okay, we have back shots rather. So we'll take from this other angle. We can take from here. Okay, let's take from here when it's not too. It has not been too serious, right? Let's find somewhere, because I think those sides, they are pretty much tensed. Right. So let's see. So we can take this part. Let's take here. Okay, we can take here. Can take this part, just put it in between to create some kind of different shot, So it's typing here now, right? So you can, I guess you can see the way we do our continuity. It's typing, you should continue typing. Not be that the other place is now looking at a graphic design. So this is it. So let's look at our so it's typing at this side, then it goes back to the other side, right? Then it shows a screen loading. So let's see, typing, then goes back to the other side, then we find the screen loading. So these are in a different bin, right? So we have to look for clips. Open your clips folder here, then you find, by the way, you need a very strong system for Premiere Pro. By the way, if you're having some kind of lags, then you have to ask on the channel, the WhatsApp channel. We're going to give you, although we've given a recommendation before, right? So you have to, your system has to be very capable. If not, you're going to experience some lagging, right? So we have here sci-fi videos, right? We have sci-fi videos. So let's find particular video we need. So I'm going to go to first edit clips. Let me go to clips. Okay, let me go to green screen clips. No, that's not what I want to go to. Let's go back to, so this is a little portion I can use to go back to my project edit. You can see that all these ones, they are bin. This is the main project, so I can go back here to find a particular clip, right? So it should be in sci-fi videos. So this is it. So I'm going to click on it, then I'm going to look for it. There are a lot of videos joined together, You get a lot of video joined together. So we have a video that is showing downloading, right? So let's use this video that is showing downloading. Let's use it. So we can use that portion. So you just want to be creative with this stuff, right? So we have a video downloading. So some person might be confused seeing this kind of bars here. We have a black bar here that is cutting through the video up and down, making it look like a cinema video. We're going to add that at the ending. We're going to add that. So we have this then we'll have it like an encrypting. So what you can do, just add, be creative with your, what they call it, be creative with this thing, be creative with it. So I can take, so far is an arc screen, I can take another one, I can decide to take another one. You get, I can take I could choose to take this, right? Take a bit of this, then put it. So I take a bit of this, then put it. So I could choose to do that. Right? Loading, then takes this. So just be creative, even if you don't see the exact clip that was here, but those are just arcing. So it shows another arcing clip. Then it shows the guy very, very serious, trying to break into something, right? So we can get front, isn't it like front shot? So let's get to the root folder. This is project. Then let's get to clip again, footages. So we have, and that clip is very serious now, typing. So I think this is it. We can use this. We can use this, right? So we have him is very serious. I'm going to move it here. So don't forget, I'm navigating with my plus and minus, like zooming in my timeline, zooming out, right? So we have this. So we have this from here to here. We have this, right? So we've arranged that already. So what is next? So we have like this battery something showing the timer, which is the timer. If you watch the video very well, it's the timer. So I'm going to carry it. I think we had it before, right? We had him press something. Okay, so this is it. So we can just duplicate it, carry it from here, rather than going to look for it again. We can put it here. Then we can have it be here. So we don't need the part where his hand is showing. We can take from here. So take from here, just put it here. Take here. So far it's showing. So we have this just to remind the man that your time is going. Oh, Baba, your time is going. If not, they are going to kill your daughter. So we have it here. So and that you want to put. We have the battery. So you just play with. We have this shot again. Then we have a close shot, right? So let's see this shot. So what we can do, we can increase this shot, increase it, because it's going to and fro this shot, just to show that something is tense. So it's just like just almost 1 second, even not up to a second, just milliseconds, just showing how intense this thing is, right? So we can put the shot again. Let's see if we have, right? So we can put this shot in between. So it's just like a 1 minute shot. It shows how intense it is, right? So that's it. So we have those downloading. This one shows how it is. Then we'll go back to our normal, what they call it now, our videos, right? From year to year, it's just showing a sci-fi video and showing the man, showing a sci-fi video, showing the man, right? From year to year. So we'll just be doing in between. We'll just show him. So let's just increase this part. Then in between, we're going to be putting the sci-fi video. Let's show where it's really typing, really typing, really serious typing. Is it typing here? Let's make it more serious. So it's typing, right? It's typing. So we don't want its cap to cover the camera, so let's take it back. Yeah, so we can stop it here, right? We can stop it here. Let's take this off. So we're having typing. So I have a particular part that has access denied like 2 times. So let's get to put it. So I'm checking this sci-fi video. So I think I have access denied here. So let's put it just to create tension. Access denied, right? So we'll put it here. Access denied. It looks at it again. Looks at it again. Then it has another access denied. Right? Access denied. So he gets frustrated here. Then that was where he saw his daughter. He gets frustrated. So we want to look for this part where he got frustrated. Let's look for this part where he got frustrated. So let's find the video for his eyes, right? Let's say eye shot. Eye shot. Okay, these are the close-up for eyes. So let's see. So it's beginning to wander. You can take it further. So I can zoom in where I have this part. If anything is too small for me to see, so this part is very small, so I can zoom in into my source monitor. So I need that exact part where he retreated, right? So is this particular part, so I need it. So he moved back a bit. So I need this part, right? I need this part. So I'm going to put it there, zoom in, put it here, right? So he retreated. So it was about retreating when he saw his daughter. So let's look for the clip where he saw his daughter. So I think we can look for it. Looking at daughter. I think it's from this side. We need this side shot. So let's say he rested. No, we need, if you look at the clip you see different parts, but we need this part exactly. So we have this part where his daughter calls out to him, then he turns and looks at his daughter. Then let's take all of this, then we'll line it straight up, right? We'll line it straight up. So we line it straight up, then we can put this and it will still continue as though he drew his head back. So it still continues. He shakes his head, his daughter calls out to him, then he looks. Then you would notice that while he was looking, there was another camera. If you look at it, so let's turn it back. So we'll use here. We'll take a little of it, right? So remember what we do. There has to be a lot of continuity. So we'll put it here, right? So it continues. I hope this thing continues very well. Right, it continues very well. So he looks at his daughter. So we can be interchanging it when his eyes is trying to focus more on the daughter. Then we can. So mind you, the girl, she's just a little girl. We're trying to make her act. So we can take another part that will have a better look of her. So we can take this part. So I think you can hear my voice, me telling her not to look at me. So we could continue from here. So it's just something of switching shots. You looked at him. So we can take this back, take it here. looked at him. Then let's see. Then he looks again. He tries to stretch his hand. He tries to stretch his hand. Then he shakes off his head and realizes. No, he tries to stretch his hand. Then we could put the daughter again. So he looks at her. Looking at her. Okay, let's say he tries to stretch out his hand to reach. Tries to reach out to her. Then she's looking at him. So then we'll have this. Okay, then we'll have him shaking off himself. Then tries to laugh. When she laughs back, then shakes off himself. Right? Then turns back to his project. So we can take just from here and we'll show her. Then she laughs back at him. Then he laughs back. Right? I want to see the beginning of his laughter, so I'm trying to take it back. So we show her again. So look at her. Don't allow her look at the other side of the camera. Once she's trying to do that, then you could take a more better shot, right? So we could take this off, take a more better shot. So you watch her. That's what editing is really. She looks at him. Then he's going to come back to his senses right now. Comes back to his senses, right? He faces back. His job. Faces back his job. Then that's it. So again, he starts typing, just similar to that. He starts typing again and gets to that. So I'm going to give you a challenge to finish up this clip, right? I'm giving you a challenge to finish up the clip. So I'm just going to end it here, right? So I'm giving you a challenge to finish up the entire clip. So you watch it and you replace your clips side by side. So it does not matter how long it's going to take you. You just have to just stay focused and you get to the end, okay? But make sure you fix your clip and you follow it to the end. Some of you can even do it better than me. You can take more interesting shots and just replace, but make sure there's continuity. So if I have something like this, and she laughs back at him, and he shakes off his head. So we can say let's end it with something like okay, let's end it with an eye shot. Let's end it with an eye shot. Okay, like I said, it's not ending here, but I'm going to leave this rest part for you to fill in, right? I think that would it will make rather your hand stronger. So let's find a clip where he's really looking at the camera, really looking at it. So we are going to be wrapping up. We don't want the video to be too lengthy, so we are going to cut it into 2 parts. So you can check for the other part of this course, right? You can check for the other part. It's still on this channel. Check the description and you are going to find it, okay? So see you in part 2.
Enjoy all these premium courses in this channel for free.